Animals are way smarter than we think. Since childhood, I firmly believe that animals are way smarter than we think, and that we human beings as a species are just too arrogant. Scientific evidence proves that our planet is not the epicenter of the solar system, but today it also shows that we're not the only center of intelligence. But what are considered levels of intelligence? How and who defines them? Do you think that some animals are way smarter than some people? Throughout my experiences, I do believe so. Just because animals cannot speak or read, for instance, doesn't automatically indicate that they can't think or feel. When comparing one species of animals to another, or even to humans, we can see different degrees of intelligence. So we're deceiving ourselves into thinking that, for thousands of years, we're more intelligent than the rest of the animal kingdom. And that, despite growing evidence to these days to the opposite. Of course, I don't deny that we, human animals, are smart when it comes to doing what needs to be done to survive. But other species may be way smarter than we are, believe or think. Intelligence is relative. Numerous animals have exceptional brains, but most people purely misunderstand many of their abilities. There are now facts that crows, dogs, octopuses, or koalas, just to name a few, reveal superior intelligence. It's widespread truth in the animal kingdom. In some cases, animals possess greater reasoning faculties than any human being, so some of them are probably way smarter. And some of their actions or behaviors cannot merely be considered instinct. When we look at various animals, we often cannot do what they do. Sometimes the way they act or the things they do are very complicated, like a bat flying in the dark. These creatures can capture flying insects in midair directly with echolocation. So it doesn't only take instinct but a lot of brain power to realize such feat. Yet we don't pay attention to these kinds of things because we think it's irrelevant. Most people do not equate the skills of animals, but rather compare them to ours in terms of intelligence. As long as they cannot reason, speak, or read, then they must not be as bright as we are. Outlining who is smarter. Through the ages, the ruling classes, from religion to scholars, do repeat that same belief. We humans are incomparable because we're the cleverest being in the animal kingdom. They also pretend that animals have no soul or feelings. However, science and life shows us that animals do have feelings, a soul, and reasoning faculties, which makes them way smarter than we think. So this belief of thinking that we're superior in intelligence goes back some 10,000 years ago. It started when man created agriculture, farms, and domestication of animals. It then gained momentum with the beliefs of religion, which regarded humans as the principal species in creation. But does it mean that our intelligence is at a higher level? Of course not. They're just different types. When a foreigner tries to talk to you using an imperfect, flawed, or broken version of your language, your first impression is that they're not very smart. But the truth is entirely different. The unconditional love of animals. When it comes to animals, they're way smarter than we tend to give them credit for. They're just smart on their own terms, which often look nothing like yours or mine. I believe we can learn a lot of things from them, such as love, empathy, and compassion. So when they care, you can witness that they genuinely do. It's not just a fake disguise like human beings do. Of the animal kingdom, some of these beings love humans unconditionally. However, a lot of people still abuse and mistreat such affection. When something happens to us, animals don't put us down, push us aside, or suddenly decide not to love us anymore. That attitude only shows that they're way smarter than we are. No matter the circumstances, they're there at our side until the end, and too often we take this for granted. Yet some people have no problem getting rid of an animal when it doesn't fit their life or agenda anymore. And we're supposed to be the most intelligent species on this planet. Think again. The intelligence of animals. Every day our pets communicate with us through their demands and make us do things they desire. The animal world is much more complicated than we seem to believe or think. Animals are way smarter. If you enjoyed the video, drop us a like and share. If you want more videos, subscribe now.